Okay, in today's video, we're going to be cooking pecan crusted pork tenderloins. Going to be grilling them on the Weber kettle and later on tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and get it all prepped and let the tenderloins sit in the fridge for a few hours. So there's if you just Google pecan crusted tenderloins, there's all kind of different recipes out there. What I'm doing is you can actually just at your grocery store, you can get the pecans already just in pieces, so they're already all ground up for you. This is like 1.5 cups. I'm going to be using some brown sugar. These are some panko crumbs, or you could use breadcrumbs. You actually don't have to use either, but it just gives a little bit more texture. And then this is the Simply Marvelous Sweet Seduction Rub. It's Simply Marvelous is a company out of California. They make probably some of the best rubs I've ever had, and there's a lot of people that feel the same way, so check them out. I think it's simplymarvelous.com. This rub has dehydrated peach powder in it and dehydrated honey powder in it, along with some other spices, so it's going to go really good with the pork tenderloin. So all we're going to do is just throw all this stuff in the bowl. And mix it up. Alright, got that good and mixed up. We're going to take our glass pan over here and just dump it in there. Go ahead and just get this nice and spread out like this, and we'll set this to the side. I've got 3 eggs beaten. What I'm going to do, just going to take a pan like this. We've got our 2 1 to 1.5 pound tenderloins here. These guys look pretty good. And we're basically just going to cover these things with eggs, so that's going to act as the bonding agent to keep the rub and pecans and all that stuck to it. So just cover those guys up like that. And flip them around, make sure they get good and covered. Alright, and then we're just going to transfer them over here and roll them around. That's one. Get this pan out of the way so you can see a little bit better. Let's rub these guys all around like this. Try to get them good and covered. And what I'll do is when I throw them on the grill, I'll take some of the leftovers like this and just kind of pile them on top, because obviously you're not going to be able to get all of it to stick on there like you want. But so that's it. So I'm going to let these sit in the fridge for a while, and then in a few hours we'll get the kettle fired up and we'll pick back up then. Alright, I've got the kettle going, and I put a full chimney load of lit briquettes on there and close the lid, and you look over here, as I talked about in one of my other videos, I've got an adapter for my Barbecue Guru DigiQ. So I've actually got this thing hooked up to my DigiQ, just sitting right here on the ledge, and I'm waiting for the temperature to come back down. I've got the DigiQ set to 350, but since I just dumped the load of charcoal in there, it's just piping hot right now. So I've got all the bottom vents closed. The top one is just barely cracked open, and this thing will probably start dropping back down in just a few minutes, and the DigiQ will keep it right at 350 because that's what I want to cook the tenderloins on. So once I get the tenderloins thrown on the grill, I'll go ahead and pick the video back up then. Alright, got the temp right where I want it. Just threw the tenderloins on, it's cranking away. Go ahead and open up the lid and show you real quick. Alright, there we go. So they're going to sit there, and I'll cook them to about 160, 165. And I'm expecting them to take maybe 20 to 30 minutes, so it just kind of depends on how hot I can keep this fire. We'll check back soon. Hey guys, I just wanted to show you a couple things real quick. The pit's right around 333. It's dropped just a little bit, and the reason why is that this large size kettle, the one downside of it, as I've mentioned before in another video, is just that it's so big that you really have to just cram it full of charcoal to really be able to keep it good and hot. And I just put one full chimney load in there, so even though on a smaller kettle one whole chimney load is more than enough, on this big guy it actually isn't. So that doesn't really matter though. My target temperature for pork tenderloin, I normally like to cook between like the 325 to 375 range, so we're fine here. This is my wireless food probe, and so this is the receiver right here. It's just a little cheapo $30 unit, but it works really, really good. It's by a company called Oregon Scientific, but it's just basically coming up into the kettle, and I've got it sticking into one of the tenderloins, and that bottom number is the one that's telling us what temperature they're at. So they're just about done. Sorry about the freaking dogs barking. Yeah, so I like to cook these about 164, 165. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the lid here. And there we go. I mean, these guys are done and ready to pull off. So let me go ahead and take a break here, and then I'll pick back up once I get them sliced up so you can see what they look like. Alright, here's the final product. Just brought them into the kitchen, threw them on a cutting board, sliced them up, and hopefully you can see the color here. I mean, these things just came out perfect. And with the mixture of the Sweet Seduction rub and the brown sugar and almond and panko, I tried a piece right before this last part of the video, and it is quite possibly the best pork tenderloin I've ever had in my life. I know I'm biased because I'm the one that just cooked it, but it's amazing. I let my wife try it too. So that's it. Wasn't too terribly tough to do. The prep wasn't, I mean, you guys saw the prep only took a couple minutes, and So we're getting ready to feast on these guys. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.